The lost sheep. Luke 15, 3 through 7. The parables of the Bible are simple, easy to remember stories that Jesus told. Even though the stories are simple, they have deep meanings. One bright day, a crowd gathered around Jesus. He told them this story. A kind shepherd stood watching over his flock. He had 100 sheep, for which he cared greatly. Every day he watched over them and protected them. He made sure they were always safe. One day, a sheep left the shepherd's flock. It wandered over hills and rocks. It wandered through forest and fields, and soon the sheep was lost. Oh dear, look at him all alone.
He's all alone with his mom.
Nope, he doesn't even have his mom. He's totally alone.
But he wants his mom.
He probably does want his mom. As night grew near, the shepherd noticed that one of his sheep was missing. He knew the poor sheep would be cold and afraid, but he could not leave the other 99 sheep all alone while he searched for the missing sheep. Could he, though? No? Well, we'll see what happens. The shepherd decided to leave the other sheep and search for the lost one. He looked under bushes and into dark caves. He searched thick forests and fields, and at last he heard the frightened sheep calling out, "Bah! Bah!" The shepherd ran to his lost sheep. How happy he was. He picked up the sheep and carried it all the way back to the flock. The shepherd then called to his friends, "Come and celebrate with me. I have found my lost sheep." The shepherd's friends did not understand. "Why are you so happy that you found one sheep?" asked the one friend. "You should be happier that the other 99 sheep didn't wander off." The shepherd just smiled and hugged his lost sheep. He was too happy to let his friend's words bother him. The kind shepherd is very much like God, Jesus said to the crowd. God is happiest with a sinner who changes his or her ways than with 99 people who don't need God's help. But we all need God's help sometimes, don't we? Yeah. The parable of the lost sheep was a story Jesus told to his followers, many of whom were tax collectors and Pharisees. A Pharisee was a member of the Jewish faith that strictly observed all the religious laws. They felt they were more important than everyone else. Many of them even felt they did not have to say they were sorry for their sins to God. Jesus used this parable to show them that everyone makes mistakes and everyone sins, and only God will always show us forgiveness and mercy. In the story, the shepherd realizes that one of his sheep is missing. There's no one nearby he can ask for help, so he has a problem. Does he stay and watch over the 99 sheep with him, or should he go off and try to find the one that is lost? The lost sheep represents someone who has sinned against God. We all make mistakes, and like the sheep, sometimes we wander away from what is right and good. Jesus uses the shepherd to represent God. He will always come looking for us and help us find our way back to him. When we seek forgiveness and mercy, we are fixing our relationship with God. He is so excited when a sinner returns to him. Just like the shepherd celebrating with his friends when he finds the lost sheep, God will celebrate with us in heaven for the one sinner who repents. The lesson of the story is that when we make a mistake, we should tell God we are sorry and ask for his forgiveness. Like the shepherd, he will always find us when we are lost. The end.